in the long term, I'm extremely bullish on Solana. And I do believe that not only is a 10x for Solana possible, I think it's extremely likely. And I want to talk about it in this video. And when you're talking about a 10x, it's in crypto easy to just kind of shrug that off as, not a big deal, which is actually crazy because people talk about 50x's and 100x's, which do happen in crypto. But there is a legitimate chance that Solana could easily 10x from here, in my opinion. I want to share it with you guys in this video. In fact, we might even have a dip soon, like very soon, that could make it more than a 10x, and I do think that is possible as well. There is a lot of fear surrounding tariffs lately. I want to talk about our price levels that you need to look out for when it comes to Solana to the downside before we get this 10x move or higher, and I want to talk about why this, in my opinion, is likely coming one day. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more crypto content. Haven't done a lot of Solana videos only, but I think it is important to talk about because it's a major cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like XRP. Though Solana is arguably, and I don't really have to do a lot of work to argue it, Solana is arguably the most successful blockchain. If you look at what's going on DeFi Llama in terms of the statistics, you'll see that there are 3.62 million active addresses on Solana. Ethereum only has 319,000 active addresses. Ethereum has a lot more TVL and a higher market cap for the price of the token, and Solana has a significant amount of TVL, 22 billion versus Ethereum's 161 billion. There's bridge TVL, or you could look at the DeFi TVL. Roughly about almost little less than 10x smaller, right? Solana is than Ethereum and TVL. And what's funny is, the TVL is 10x smaller. A little, that's not perfect math, but the price of Solana is actually about a 10x away from Ethereum's all-time high market cap. Now, I think that this right here shows you that it's achievable, because if Ethereum could get to a $571 billion market cap at a time, and this is talking about the 2021, all-time highs for Ethereum. If Ethereum could get to those levels in 2021, well, in a time where we're seeing BlackRock launch Ethereum ETFs and other ETFs, and we see major institutions getting into crypto. We see the president launching a meme coin on Solana. We see Solana being one of the most popular blockchains out there. It's possible that Solana can achieve what Ethereum has achieved in the past. Now, Solana has some issues, some blackouts on the network, but Ethereum is too expensive that makes it almost unusable. Frankly, I'd rather have a network that has some blackouts that eventually comes back and it goes live, and as long as nobody's like losing value, and it doesn't seem like anybody is, and then it kind of comes back and they fix the bugs. I'd rather have something that's more affordable than something that, has less blackouts, right? But that being said, Solana does need to fix that. But if big money was really worried about these blackouts on the Solana network, and, if big money, wasn't bullish on Solana, you wouldn't see stories like this. Right now, Fidelity Solana ETF is now one step closer to approval of a US SEC, as they just acknowledged the filing. So it's not if we're going to see a Solana ETF, it's when. And in addition to that, we haven't seen BlackRock come out with a XRP or Solana ETF proposal yet, or application yet, but they are going to do it in the future, just like they did with Bitcoin and Ethereum. As always, guys, nothing I say is financial advice, but if you've been paying attention to what BlackRock's been doing, they're certainly not going to let Solana go by the wayside here. So what we've got right now, guys, is the possibility of Solana being a beautiful performer and eventually achieving what Ethereum has achieved in the past. If Solana can get up to the Ethereum all-time high market cap, you're looking at a $1,111 Solana price. That is possible. Yes, Solana could go up to $570 billion in market cap, just as Bitcoin could one day be worth over $10 trillion individually. And if that's a shocking number to you, well, people are comparing Bitcoin to digital gold. They have been for years, and increasingly so, more people are doing so. Gold is over a $15 trillion asset. If Bitcoin had the market cap of gold, you have $1 million Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does get to that market cap, the market cap for crypto overall is going to be higher. Why? Because Bitcoin makes up 63% at the time of this recording of the entire market capitalization of the crypto asset class. And so that means that 37% of the rest of the market is altcoins. Okay? And if Bitcoin goes up to higher levels in the future, which is destiny at this point, in my mind, Solana is going to have higher prices if you have a Solana ETF, and it's the most popular DeFi network where more wallets are active on it, more dApps are launching on it, more people are actually interested in dabbling with the decentralized protocols on Solana. The price of Solana is only really going to go higher. Let's talk about the downside, because I did mention that I am looking out for some lower price levels. We could see an 85K Solana easily coming back down to these candles. We could easily see Solana coming back down to $77. In fact, I want to put out a line on these weekly candles here because we saw a wick on this weekly candle. We saw two body weekly candles close here and this wick that was kind of dancing right through this level. This would be my first level of major support if we do not hold at these current price levels, which is also another level of support potentially. We've got the candle resting there right now. We had some weekly candles that rejected off there. We had some weekly candles that rejected off it there. We had a weekly candle bounce there. So these are my two levels. If we lose 114, I think we could come back down easily to below $100 for Solana. Now think about this. If we go up to the $1,100 price level from that lower range, well, then guys, that is now a 14x you can get on Solana. A 14x can change your life and anybody's life. A 14x is a tremendous amount of upside. The reality is you don't need a 100x to get rich in crypto. If you can buckle together a couple 2 to 10x or 15x wins, 15x is incredible, you can start accumulating wealth quicker, having more money to invest in Bitcoin, in Solana, into even the S&P 500, right, which is also at a tremendous discount right now. Yesterday, Maxi put out a video saying that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. When you see a massive news story like tariffs happening, and you can start talking about some potential bearish short-term price action, these are the accumulation opportunities of a lifetime. There's no doubt about it. If Solana can 10x from here, and I do think that it not only can, I think that it will. Maybe not in 2025. It very well could. But at some point in the future, I think Solana's got a tremendous amount of upside. If you can make these kind of purchases at these lower price levels, like if Solana breaks below $100 and you could take profit somewhere above $1,000, you're going to be a very happy camper at the end of the day. What a great opportunity we have, guys. That's my take on the crypto market right now. That's my take on Solana right now. These ETFs will come in the future at some point in 2025, and it was a bullish catalyst for Bitcoin in 2024. I think that in the future, it'll also be a bullish catalyst for Solana. That's all I have for you guys in this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more crypto content. And as always, guys, don't forget to DCA HODL, of course. I'll see you in the next one. I got 2 videos here if you want to check them out. Until next time, guys, if you want to trade, by the way, on the volatility in crypto, you can sign up for Blowfin using our link in the description down below. Check it out if you haven't done so already. I'll see you next time, y'all. Peace.